Sitting here with head women's soccer coach John Cullen. John, it's another exciting time of year. Added another group of 49ers to the signing class. Just your thoughts on this class overall, bringing in 11 newcomers.
Yeah, once again, we're super excited about the group of players that we've added to our program. Fantastic young ladies, first and foremost. We've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know them through the recruiting process, them and their families. We were looking for wonderful student athletes. All these girls come from strong backgrounds, good academic programs, have been successful at both high school and club soccer, and we're a natural fit for our program.
All right, let's break them down individually. Let's start at the top. Katie Bess is first.
Katie Bess is from Powell, Ohio, plays for Ohio Premier ECNL club. She's a central defender by nature. She has played in other positions throughout her career, but the one thing we did a lot last year, we rotated from a back three sometimes to a back four. Obviously playing with a back three, we required three central defenders. So we've added some defenders to our recruiting class this year. And Katie brings a lot of intangibles that you look for in a Division One soccer player. Good size, good presence, good athleticism, and knows how to play the position. One of the things that I truly liked about her and stood out for me is even in our ID camp setting, which generally when you're doing an ID camp setting, you're playing with unfamiliar players and different teammates. She just took control, organised, good communication, and we're going to be looking for that from a young player to come in and help organise and bring some presence to the back. And I think she's definitely one that will help us, very, very quickly.
All right, next, Amelia Cladler.
Yeah, very versatile player. I think every time we go through a recruiting class from year to year, we look for 2 or 3 players that can play a number of positions. Amelia is that player for us this year, along with a couple of others that I'll mention later. But plays at South Carolina United, Mount Pleasant. Very versatile player. We could play her as a right back, right midfielder, right forward. She's got all those attributes: good energy, good athleticism, very mobile player. And I think what we're going to look with her is just when we work with her on a daily basis, what's our biggest need and what position can she fill quickly. But over the course of 4 years, I wouldn't be surprised if she plays a lot of positions for us.
Abby Coffey?
Yeah, one of the sort of a continuation of goalkeepers we've brought in from that club, Castle, and Sean Nahas. Abigail is a Division One prototype goalkeeper. She's got the size, she's got the presence, good hands, very brave. Like every player, we're excited about what it does to our depth. We've already got 3 very talented goalkeepers here, but Abigail's going to come right in and really work in that mix and could establish herself very quickly here. We've had a history of bringing goalkeepers in from Castle, and they've all done exceptionally well here. And we expect Abigail to continue on with that trend. She's certainly got good pedigree and, like I said, a very built, workmanlike, ready Division One body and frame to go into goal. So I'm excited to see what she does when she gets in the mix and works with our goalkeeping coach and really challenges from day one.
Ellie Deaver?
Ellie's somebody I've seen play for years. Been in the local area in the club setting. I've seen her play almost since a 10-year-old, but obviously in most recent years watched her play for Charlotte Soccer Academy in the ECNL program under the direction of Dan Dudley. And I've just known her for years and I've always been impressed by her game. Very technical player, very smooth with the ball. Reminds me a little of our outgoing senior Jennifer Lee. She puts the correct weight on the pass. She's very good at receiving. She gives you the kind of ball that you'd love to receive. As a young player, I saw her play up front. Most recently, I've seen her play in midfield, and I think she, again, is another player that we can find a role for in the team just because of how technical she is and how good she is on the ball.
Rachel Everhart?
Rachel is North Carolina Lions, Pete Saden, Director of Soccer Operations. We've had a great history with that club of getting wonderful players and great student athletes, and Rachel fits right into that mould as well. Obviously, when we went to watch her play, she's a central defender by nature, and I've watched her play now for the best part of 3 or 4 seasons, and she's always playing central defender, so it's not a player you have to convert. She's very good at that position. She knows the role, she knows the position well. One of her strengths that I really like as a defender is she does a good job of keeping the game in front of her. She doesn't bite on things, or she's not too impulsive. She reads situations and waits for the forward to make a mistake or have a heavy touch. I think she does a great job of covering her fullbacks and just keeping the central part of the field defensively very organised. And I've seen her play time and time again, and she's always on the field, which is a great attribute. A player that plays a lot of minutes as a young player is coming in with a good amount of experience.
Carlin Gould?
She's one of our Canadians. We're bringing in 2 from Canada, 2 from the Burlington Bay Hawks. Very excited about her too. She allows us to play in a back 3 or a back 4. Good in the tackle, very good recovery runs. I like, what I've seen in her game is every time she wins it, she uses the ball very intelligently. Some defenders win it and just clear it. She looks for a very positive pass out the back. She's going to allow us to, give her maybe a look as a left back or as a left central defender. So there's a couple of opportunities there for her to get on the field and, improve and impact our team. But very feisty player, very intense, competitive player, and we're excited about getting her and her teammate Hannah both from Canada.
Angela Hillbrunner?
Angela from Raleigh is a kind of player that we looked at as a number 10 kind of player. She can play off the main strike and slightly head of the midfield. Very good link-up sort of a forward. Does a good job of getting on the ball, bringing players into the game. Some great little touches in the final third. Is a good communicator up front, directs people with their movement and runs. She has an eye for goal like all the strikers we've been looking at. But what I like about her is just that she can play in those little pockets of space and find the ball and look to turn and then look for the next most dangerous thing on the field. But we wanted that kind of player, knowing that we're graduating a few strikers from last year. We wanted a player that could sort of play between the lines and find space and movement and, either take her own shot or set players up.
Megan McAllister?
Megan's worked with me actually through the ODP program. I've known her for a couple of years, and just like Amelia, she's one of those very versatile players. When I worked with her at ODP, loved the fact when she just got there, she just put her bag down and went to work. She applied herself with her training, understood the importance of training and how committed you need to be and how dedicated you need to be as a player. She's got a very quick first few steps. She's as fast with the ball as some players are without the ball. Technically very proficient. And again, with ODP, she played central midfield for us. When a new staff took over, she played wing back for them. So I know she's got that versatility in her game. But I think her acceleration and explosivity with the ball and her ability to carry the ball at pace and have an eye for goal gives us another option to play. And we're looking for midfield players when we went recruiting that can bring us goals. And obviously losing some attacking players, we needed to replace that. So again, Megan's another player with an eye for goal, and we're excited about her.
Hannah Rempel?
Hannah is, like you said, a teammate of Carlin Gould, another Burlington Bay Hawk player. She's a wide player, but also can come inside. She can play wide midfield. She can play centre midfield. We looked at wide players that have the ability to come inside off the wing and look for space and look for the next pass. But at the same time, she can hug the touchline, the flanks, and take players on. Good cross of the ball, good technician. I think, having a teammate here alongside Carlin, it'll help them both settle. But we're excited about her qualities on the ball for sure.
Emma Sluka?
Emma's one of those kind of centre forwards that you always need in your program. Who's good with playing with a back to goal. Again, another Castle player. I've seen her play for the last couple of seasons. And the thing that we needed is a type of centre forward that's comfortable playing with her back to goal. She's good at turning, she's good at getting into space, she's good at playing in behind defenders, but she's also good enough to play with her back to goal and knowing that, tackles coming from behind and challenges coming from behind. She's very confident of receiving it and holding it and linking. And you need that centre forward if you want to change a variety of the ways you attack. Sometimes you play into space and sometimes you play down the channels and out wide. Sometimes you need to be able to play into a centre forward and have a player that holds it. And I think Emma offers those attributes for us that if we want to play into a striker and maintain possession, she really offers that quality.
Last but not least, Emily Truelove.
She could play anywhere in the final third. She's definitely got an eye for goal. Another kid that's from North Carolina, come from the Castle Club. Every time I see Emily Truelove play, she gets on the front foot, she goes at defenders, she gets them pedaling backwards and retreating. She's very, very positive in her decision making. She's one of those kind of players that she's got positive thoughts in her head, whether she can combine, get her own shot off or play somebody in. But when I've seen her play, my first instinct when I saw it play was this kid wants to get at people and take defenders on and get them on the back foot. So we're very excited because we could play her in a number of positions up front, centrally, out wide, off the striker or alongside another striker. And then I know she'll attack defences and make them think and really improve our attacking third.
All right, John, sounds like another exciting group of future 49ers. Any last thoughts on the class to wrap this up?
Yeah, I want to obviously thank my staff and the work they've put in as well. This is a team effort. Obviously, Robert Lane, who's moved on since the recruiting class has signed, I want to thank him for the work he's done. Kim Crowley and the work she's done. It's a team effort, and we're excited about these girls and their families joining us, and we look forward to seeing them pull on the jersey day one and really contribute to this program.
All right, John, thanks for your time today, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, Travis.